Now, of course, Ambassador Taylor, I want to bring you in. I start in some ways where I finished with Courtney, which is what does really President Zelenskyy need in this next phase in the war? And what's the expectation that he might get more given the fact that he's here in person making the ask?
Yamisha, I think that both Matt and Courtney have highlighted an important point. That is, the United States has gone up in its willingness to provide heavy weapons and more sophisticated weapons. It started off low and it's gone up, and now we're at Patriots and JDAMs, as both have described. That's a very good sign. And I suspect that President Zelenskyy and President Biden will have had this conversation about what's the next step. Because, exactly as Courtney says, there is the possibility that the Ukrainians could mount an offensive before the Russians. And if they can preempt the Russians and put the Russians on their back foot, keep them on their back foot, and have the Ukrainians be on the front foot, on the offensive, that can disrupt these Russian plans. And so that could be a real game changer. That could be the game changer where the Russians fall back. And that's what President Zelenskyy will be talking about.
That could certainly be a game changer. You also talk about Russian plans. How much could today's visit, and as well as the U.S. making this idea that they're going to now provide the Patriot missile system, how would all of that be seen as a provocation by Russia? Could this make things worse, even though it's hard to even think about things being worse because things are pretty bad now?
Things are pretty bad now, but mainly on the civilian side, because the Russians are losing on the battlefield. They're doing poorly on the battlefield, but the only thing they can do is attack unarmed civilian targets. Civilians, killing women and children. Old people. This is all the Russians are left to do. So, yes, they are on their back foot, and they've talked before about how they're not pleased with these weapons going from the Americans and other NATO allies, by the way, to the Ukrainians, but they've never been able to do anything about it.
So it sounds like you're saying this visit isn't going to make sort of Russia any worse than it already is, because this is really sort of par for the course. They were going to continue to escalate.
And I think that the Russians are watching very carefully to see how the Americans react.
Yeah.
I mean, the Americans are describing, we are providing support for the Ukrainians, and that, according to all the message so far, we'll see how it goes tonight, is that's going to persist. That's going to last. There's another $44 billion that the Congress is about to vote on this week. And that's a message to the Russians as well.
And thinking about the aid that Congress is voting on, you already have some Republicans, Kevin McCarthy being one of them, saying that there needs to be a sort of slowdown in aid to Russia, that this can't be a blank check. Susan Collins says that these political divisions, it could embolden Russia. What's your sense of that? What do you think about that, what she's saying there?
I think she's right. President Putin, of course, would like to see divisions in the Americans, among the Americans, within the American people and society and politicians. But Putin has to be really disappointed that all of this weapons, all of this assistance, all of financial assistance, humanitarian assistance continues to come. And I suspect this $44 billion will be passed with overwhelming majorities again this week. And that's, again, a message that President Putin cannot be happy about when he sees that the strongest supporter, United States, is continuing, is persistent in its support for Ukraine, and it's not going to stop.
And in thinking about sort of where this is happening, there is this winter that we've been talking about. Do you think this could be a morale boost for people on the ground in Ukraine to see this visit? And I wonder how worried you are when you think about the winter that's coming and the possible Russian offensive if that happens.
I do worry. I've got very good friends across Ukraine, some in the army, some that we worked with while I was there before. And they tell me that they're having to do amazing things to make it through this winter. It's starting to get cold. It'll get colder, and it's going to be harder and harder. And the Russians' attacks on the electricity, which means no water, which means no heat, which means no communications, which means no electricity, no light, Putin wants to try to wreck the morale of the Ukrainians, and he's failing. The Ukrainians get angrier and angrier and more determined to win, to beat the Russians. They will not succumb.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ambassador Bill Taylor. It's so important to have you here on an important day like this one.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.